Hi everyone, welcome to Diet.com video. I'm Sarah, your host. Today I'm joined by Stephen Cabral, a body transformation coach and expert. Today I'm going to be asking him some of your questions that you guys had for us on our YouTube channel as well as on the Diet.com message boards. So Stephen, one of the most popular questions we get is, how do I get flat abs?
Well, it's definitely probably one of the most popular questions and one of the most controversial ones out there. The main things you hear for the most part are lots of cardio, lots of crunches, and then try to watch what you're eating. We want to actually see those abs quickly, but how are we going to keep them there? How are we going to keep the results coming? And the way to do that, and what we found the best results with our clients is increasing their resistance training. If they want their heart rate, or we want them to be burning calories, we'll get that same effect through doing some squats, doing some deadlifts, doing some really major lifts, and that can be pushing, pulling, or rotation. And at the same time as we're doing those major lifts, we're also hitting the abdominal muscles. And that's the big thing. We don't need to always be doing all these crunches to get great looking abs. What we want to do is we want to burn the body fat and help tone the muscles at the same time. So we're going to actually cut down on all that long endurance-based cardio. It's inefficient, it takes too long, nobody has the time.
Another question that we often get, especially at Diet.com with most of our most of our members being female, is the fear that weightlifting is going to cause them to bulk up. Women want to be toned. It's that key word nowadays. So what would you suggest for women who are afraid of bulking up but know that they should be lifting weights? How do they achieve that toning effect?
Right. Well, I mean, the biggest thing is that they have to keep up with the times as well. That we know now that interval-based cardio and resistance training is the fastest way to lose body fat and the best way to tone your body. We know that women don't want to put on a lot of muscle, and we know genetically they really can't, so they don't have to worry about that. And keep in mind this point, that you can keep training with resistance, with heavy weight, whatever you want, and it doesn't come on overnight. If you feel that you're bulking up, all right, we can cut back a little bit, but it's a very rare case. 99 out of 100 women aren't going to bulk up in the first place. They just don't have the genetic makeup to be able to do that. So women should not be afraid to train with weights. It's going to be the fastest way to tone up. And the other thing is, there's no such thing as untoned muscle. If you have muscle, it's toned.
Okay. Another one of our users is training for a 5K. 2 weeks are left until she actually runs a big race, and she says, how many days a week should I be running? And right now she's running currently 5 to 6 days a week, and she wants to know if this is too much, and should she run the day before the race or take it off?
Right. So it's a good question, and the 5K is a very specific type race and a very specific type of training. Marathon training is going to be a little different than training for this 5K, which is about 3.1 miles. So what we're looking at is her type of training should definitely be some endurance, some longer base, because she's going to have to get used to running that 3.1 miles. Some of it should be a type of training called fartleks, where she's running different distances at different times during that specific warm-up, workout I should say. And the other one is also interval-based. So she's working on different energy systems. So she's becoming a well-rounded runner. Now in terms of should she run the day before? No, actually the week before she should start to cut down on her training a little bit. She's not going to lose it. It's only 1 week. And she's going to give her body time to rest, heal, cut down on inflammation, take the day off before the race, make sure she's eating really well so she's fueled. She'll have the best race that she's ever raced.
We are here in Boston at your own gym, the Stephen Cabral Studio. And I know that you use a book called Fatlocity to train most of your clients. Can you tell me a little bit more about this book?
Well, Fatlocity is basically, it's a weight loss system I came up with, and it's really built upon the last 11 years or more and over 11,000 personal training sessions that I've completed. So what I did is I write down every workout of every session of every client that I've ever trained. I find out what results are really, what exercises are working the best for people, what nutrition is working the best. And the benefit from this system is that it's an 84-day, page-by-page look at what you need to be doing. How can you keep yourself accountable? That's the biggest thing. There's a lot of programs out there, but which ones hold you accountable? And this one, you open it up, day one, nutrition on your left side, your workout on your right side. It's 3 easy exercises that you can do. I'm not gonna say they're easy, they're challenging because they're gonna make your body work. But it's 3 exercises, anybody can do them from beginners to advanced. And if you follow it and you really hold yourself accountable and you write everything down, it's a phenomenal system.
That's great, and that's especially really good for people who aren't used to doing an extreme intense exercise program. So it's easy for them to get used to just 3 moves. So I think that's a great idea and a great concept, and people should definitely check that out. Well, thank you for joining us today and answering some of our questions. And thank you guys for sending us your questions, and keep on submitting them and watching. We love reading them, and hopefully maybe next time your question will get answered. We'll see you next time.